and welcome to another AIC Productions with Carl. We're going to be doing another video on my Lenovo 110S. This is my Ideapad 11.6 inch that I recently, when I say recently, I mean a couple months ago, upgraded the storage onto an m.2 drive. These come with a 32 gig eMMC drive, and I did upgrade that to a 256 gig m.2 NAND flash drive. And the reason for that was to get more storage on this device. I didn't expect it to improve performance greatly, but it did have some performance upgrades because it had the faster drive. Now, the last time that we played games on this, we played Minecraft and Portal 2. So we're going to go ahead and play those same games. We'll also throw something else in there as well. What I have up here on the screen right now is just the pass mark scores, just as a refresher. They're a little bit different from what they were last time I did it, but I have installed more applications and more things are running in the background, like Steam, so it does affect the performance just a little bit. So it's off. The total is off by less than 8 points, so not a big change. So I do apologize. I cannot find my screen capture device. It's in a box still. I'm still in the process of moving. I moved less than 2 weeks ago, and so I am still trying to unpack everything. But the first thing we'll do is open up Minecraft here. Now, the last time we played Minecraft, just with the default settings, it was struggling to hit single-digit FPS. So we're going to see if that has changed at all. I have loaded it up just long enough to actually create a world so that you didn't have to wait through that, because that does take a while. Now, it takes much less time than it did before without the m.2 drive. Alright, we'll go ahead and click on single player. Now again, I just created this world last night so that it'd be ready to play. I've made no other changes to the default settings. As you can see, it's still not very fast, even with the m.2 just loading up the world, but it is significantly faster once you have that world built. Oh, I am in water. Am I on land? Oof. We'll give it just a moment here. Yeah, we're getting 2 frames a second. Wow, that is painful. Alright, so we're first gonna go to options, and we're gonna go to controls. I'm gonna invert my mouse. Yeah, so we're still just getting that single digit frames. There's 15 frames. So we are going to drop some settings here. So let's go to options. We're going to go to, and first thing we're going to do is just change the graphics to fast, just to see what difference that makes. So it's better. It is jumping up into the mid-20s. It is dropping, but it's not going and staying nearly as low. And I would bet that the next thing that we do is we go back to options and video settings. We're going to drop the render distance because there's really no need for it to be that far out on this system. And we're going to go to clouds fast, so we still have clouds. And we're going to go to particles decreased. And I bet those 3 differences will make the game playable. Now, it dropped there for a second just because it was redrawing everything with the new settings. But now that we've dropped those settings down to be fast and drop down the render distance to 9 chunks, which I think is perfectly okay. We can see we're sticking in the mid-30s for the most part. We do drop down every now and then, but usually just when it's drawing something new. So if we're staying in an area that we've kind of already seen, and it's not having to redraw or draw new areas. It's pretty good. Oh, there's some alpacas. I haven't played too much since the most recent update, so there's a lot of new stuff I have not seen in the game yet. We will put it in a creative mode just to fly around a little bit. Now, one thing with Minecraft, and I'm not quite sure if this is a CPU bound issue, a graphics bound issue, or a memory bound issue, but if you have a lot of things on the screen, oh, there we go. Let's go with a bunch of chickens. When you have a bunch of animals on the screen, it can really kill the performance. So if you have something like a farm, you see we're now down in the mid-20s with the chickens. So if you have a big farm or something, I've noticed it really will drop your performance in that area because it is drawing all of the animations for the animals. So say 13, 18, 19. So that's just something to consider. Other than that, I find it to be quite playable with the drop of the drawing of the chunks and with the changing some of those graphics from fancy to fast. Alright, let's go ahead and close out of Minecraft. Okay, we played Portal 2 before. Let's go ahead and load this up here. So what we're going to do is I actually haven't done anything with this yet, so we will change it to the native resolution here. We'll go ahead and apply, and we'll go ahead and go back. We will go back to keyboard and mouse. It's already enabled. Okay. So we'll go to single player. We'll go to continue game. I think that actually the last time I played this game was when I was testing this laptop with the move and everything. I just haven't had much time to do much of anything, to be honest. Now, one thing I will say, this game was very playable previously, and I don't expect that to change much. What does change is the... Sorry, not very good at talking and playing games at the same time. The load times. The load times are vastly improved over the eMMC drive. That's probably the biggest change. So we'll get to a point where it loads the next level here, I think, and then going to my cube. Oh, that just destroys the cube. Alright. People who have played Portal a lot before, I apologize. I know watching somebody play can be frustrating. It's been a while since I've played, so there we go. There we go. See little bars down here telling us that it's loading. it's already done. So we'll go ahead and save there. Exit out of the game. Alright, we're going to pick up Team Fortress 2. Now, I did not play this previously on the system, so I don't know quite what to expect, other than I'm not expecting great things simply for the low specs of the machine. Now, I keep getting asked a lot of the same questions over and over again for this laptop and some of the other laptops I've reviewed. Laptops I review, typically I spend less than $200 for that laptop. Whether it be new or used, $200 is about that break-even point for me as far as what I'm willing to spend on a system. And that being said, don't expect a $200 laptop to play AAA titles that have come out in the last few years. Just today I was asked twice if you can play Grand Theft Auto 5 on this laptop. This laptop cost me under $160. You're not going to play a AAA title that came out in the last few years on a brand new laptop that cost $160. It needs dedicated graphics to be playable. It needs dedicated graphics to render all the people, all the cars, all the backgrounds. You need memory, and you need a fairly powerful CPU to render those things. And so, no. The answer to that is no. If you're going to ask me, will this laptop run GTA 5, I probably will laugh. Just a little bit. Because that I think would be common sense that a $200 laptop is not going to run a laptop that requires high-end graphics equipment. If you're really curious, go to Google and do a search for name of game minimum requirements, and you will be able to find what that game requires and then make a judge. So Portal 2 is an old game, and its minimum requirements are far lower than what this system is able to handle. And so by that fact, we know that this system should make it playable. Now, it may not be perfect. It may drop a few frames here or there, or run a little slow. Part of that's the mouse I'm using is not very responsive, but so you just have to set that expectation of a brand new $150, $200 laptop is not going to be a gaming machine. Why do I game with them? Why do I demonstrate some of these games? A few reasons. One, I don't play very modern games. I don't typically play current AAA titles. I typically wait until they are inexpensive enough for me to play. Number two, it kind of gives people an idea of something's performance, because a lot of people can judge how powerful a system is or what they're going to be able to do with that system by how well it plays certain games. So it's mostly to be a baseline. So let's see here. Just doing a demo for training. I haven't changed any graphics settings at this point. Just waiting for it to load up here. Alright. So the training looks, oh, I just killed myself, to be reasonably okay as far as the frames go. What matters will probably be when we get into a game with people. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's find a game. We'll do training. Yes, please. And we'll do offline practice. That way we actually have some other characters running around as well. We'll be blue team. So as you can see in the demo, it played alright, but here it's getting a little bit slow and juddery because just the number of people on the screen causes it to slow down a lot. I can't process all those characters and artifacts very well. And yes, I don't play this game, so I'm not doing so great. Ooh. Alright, now I'm dead again. So we'll go ahead and end that there. And call that good. So, anyways, if you're looking to buy this laptop for exactly what it was meant for, if you're looking to do some light web browsing, checking email, writing Word documents, maybe putting together a PowerPoint here or there, and you have that expectation of what it actually is and is capable of, I think you'd be very happy with this system, especially for the price. It's less than $200. It's less than, if you search around, you can get it for less than $150 brand spanking new with a warranty. And then for another 50-60 bucks, upgrade that storage to an m.2 NAND flash drive, and you will have an excellent small computer that you can carry with you all the time. I literally carried this with me everywhere I go because I can. It doesn't weigh anything. Even the charging cable, and I'll show you, is just this. It's just this little box. It's nothing. It doesn't take anything to carry it with me. It doesn't weigh anything. The battery lasts for forever. And yeah, it is a great computer for what it is. Now, in adding the storage, again, my purpose in adding the storage was not to increase performance, but to increase just the storage. 32 gigs is not enough storage for me in any of these systems. I simply need more. By the time I install some updates, install Office, and a couple other things, that's it. That's all she wrote. The fat lady is song. And so for me, I need at least 64 gigs. I prefer at least 120 to 256 range for what I do. I don't need much more than that, to be honest, in any of these systems, but I do need more than that 32 gigs. And so I still carry this laptop with me literally every single day. It goes with me to work. It goes in my bag with my work laptop. I carry a Lenovo T450, which is my work provided system. And I can't do certain things at work. I can't check personal email. I can't go to like my banking website, things like that. And so I bring this guy with me so that I can do those things on my lunch breaks as I needed to, which is something I did a lot recently when I sold and then bought a new house. I had to be able to respond to my realtor and to my loan officer and the other realtor just in as quick manner as possible. And to do so, I needed a computer that could access the internet and was very convenient to bring with me. And this Lenovo Ideapad 100S fits that bill perfectly. It is a system, again, that I do recommend if you just need very basic computing and sometimes you want to play a casual game. Anyways, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comment section down below. I have a link to it in the description. And thank you for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye-bye.